I've always moved faster than the people who love me. That's not a flex, it's just true. Even when I was little, I never waited. I crossed streets early, finished people's sentences, felt things way before I knew what they were supposed to mean. At 23, living in a city that never shuts up, that part of me didn't mellow out. It got louder, faster, sharper. Everything here runs on speed. Ambition, chaos, desire, and somehow, I keep up. I tell myself that's just who I am. Aries, fire sign, first to move, first to burn. My life feels like motion blur. Coffee before I'm fully awake. Phone in my hand more than anything else. Work emails, unread messages, drinks that turn into late nights without planning to. I like being called bold. I like being a lot. I like that I don't sit around thinking myself out of things. What I don't like is stopping. Stopping feels dangerous. Like if I slow down long enough, my thoughts will catch up and ruin everything. Thinking kills the vibe. I learned that early. My boyfriend, the one everyone thought I'd end up with, was calm in ways I wasn't. He liked routines, same cafes, same Sundays. He showed up without drama, loved without needing fireworks. He knew how to be patient, how to stay. For a while, I thought that meant stability, growth, adulthood. But safety can start to feel like silence when you're built for noise. Nothing was wrong between us. That's the part no one understands. No screaming fights, no cheating, no reason dramatic enough to justify leaving. He loved me steadily, softly, in a way that felt real and kind. And I loved him too, just not loudly anymore, not desperately, not with that buzzing, burning feeling that used to live in my chest. I didn't wake up one day wanting to ruin everything. It started as restlessness, static under my skin, catching myself staring too long at strangers on the train, flirting without realizing it, wanting friction, wanting someone to push back instead of always agreeing. I told myself it was normal, that long-term love isn't supposed to feel like chaos, that wanting more doesn't make you ungrateful. Still, something in me kept leaning forward, like I was bracing for impact. Then I met him, the other one, and it felt exactly like that. Impact. He didn't play it safe with me, didn't dance around my feelings. He stepped straight into my space, looked me in the eye, spoke like he actually wanted the truth. He questioned me, pushed me, challenged things I said just to see if I believed them. It was addictive. I didn't feel seen because he understood me. I felt seen because he refused to let me stay comfortable. We talked too long, laughed too easily. Everything else disappeared. The noise, the traffic, the people, like we were standing inside our own little heat bubble. I told myself it was harmless. Attraction isn't betrayal, right? Wanting isn't doing. But something had already shifted. I started comparing without trying to. Conversations that used to feel warm started to feel dull. Touch that once grounded me started to feel familiar in a way that scared me. I hated that fear. Hated how quickly boredom pretended to be clarity in my head. Aries doesn't wait to be sure. We move first and explain later. I didn't tell my boyfriend about him. I told myself there was nothing to tell. But every time my phone lit up with a name that wasn't his, my heart jumped. Every time I went out at night, dressed a little sharper than usual, I knew exactly who I hoped I'd run into. Desire stopped being abstract. It had direction. I wasn't cheating, not technically, but I could see the line ahead of me. Thin, glowing, impossible to miss. And instead of slowing down, I sped up. Heart racing, half thrilled by how close I was getting to something I already knew would change everything. That's the thing about fire. It doesn't warn you. It doesn't ask permission. It spreads quietly at first, almost beautifully, until suddenly you're standing in the heat, wondering why you didn't stop before everything caught.